Hello student, I welcome you all in online lecture series. I am Dr. Ganesh Mughal, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, KTHM College, Nasik. Friends, today we are going to discuss basic properties of a nucleus from nuclear physics. So basic properties of a nucleus, that is nuclear composition, nuclear size, nuclear density, nuclear charge. So let's begin. Friends, in previous year we discussed about the atomic structure. There are different theories suggested by a different scientist. According to Thomson, the protons and electrons are evenly distributed in an atom. So atom is act as a electrically neutral. Then second theory is suggested by a scientist Summerfield. And according to Summerfield, the electrons are revolving around a nucleus in an elliptical orbit where the nucleus is located as one of the foci. Then again one theory is suggested by a scientist, that is Bose. This theory is applicable only for hydrogen atom. And according to Bohr's theory, the electrons are revolving around a nucleus in a circular orbit. Necessary centripetal force is provided by centripetal force of attraction. Then, according to Bohr's give the second postulate. The electrons are revolving around a nucleus in a circular orbit without radiating energy if the angular momentum is an integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. The Bohr's third postulate is when electron is a jump from any outer orbit to the inner orbit, then it radiate energy in form of a photon. All these things we know very well. Friends, in this year we have to see the nuclear physics. Our first chapter is basic properties of a nucleus. And from this first chapter we have to see the first property, that is a composition of a nucleus, then nuclear size, nuclear density, and nuclear charge. First nuclear property is nuclear composition. We know that the atom consists of a positive charge protons and chargeless neutron which are present in a nucleus. The positive charge protons present in a nucleus, number of a positive charge proton present in a nucleus is known as a atomic number. Or we can say that number of electrons revolving around a nucleus in a circular orbit, it is also known as a atomic number. Atom consists of positive charge protons and chargeless neutron present in a nucleus, while negative charge electrons are revolving around a nucleus in a circular orbit. The number of proton present in a nucleus is atomic number, and it is denoted by Z. The number of protons and number of neutron, total number of protons and neutron present in a nucleus is known as a mass number, and mass number is denoted by A. So we can represent the atom, that is X. Here is A and here is a Z, where A means mass number or atomic mass and Z means atomic number, or simply we can represent like this: Z A. Example, if we consider one example, that is chlorine, atomic number of a chlorine is 17 and mass number is 35. Okay, atomic number of a chlorine is 17 and mass number is 35, and therefore we can say that Z is equal to 17 and mass number, that is A, is equal to 35. Number of neutron N is equal to A minus Z. So it is equal to 35 minus 17. It is equal to 18. So chlorine atom consists of 18 18 neutrons which are present in a nucleus. Here the mass of a proton is 1.007825 AMU, that is atomic mass unit, while the mass of a neutron is 1.008665 AMU, that is atomic mass unit. So this is related to mass of a proton and a mass of a neutron. Here the atoms, or we can say that the elements, are arranged in a periodic table depending on a atomic number. The different element have a different chemical properties, and it is the chemical properties of a element is depend on a atomic number. Now we have to see the second property of a nucleus. Second property of a nucleus is a nuclear size. Rutherford bombard alpha particle on a gold foil. The nuclear size can be determined by using a Rutherford experiment. Rutherford bombarded alpha particle on gold foil, and he observed that some alpha particles are transmitted through the gold foil without any deviation. If we consider this is a one nucleus, okay, here the alpha particles are bombarded on gold foil. Some alpha particles are transmitted through the gold foil without any deviation. Some alpha particles are deviated through small angle. Some alpha particles are deviated like this. But some alpha particles completely reflected back through angle 180 degree. So some alpha particles are reflected like this. They are completely reflected back through angle 180 degree. And from this, Rutherford conclude that there is some massive part which is concentrated at the center of an atom, and that massive part is known as a nucleus. The large portion of the atom is empty, okay, and there is a very small massive part which is concentrated at the center of atom, and that is the nucleus. Also there is a Coulomb repulsion, because according to Coulomb's law, there is a force of attraction or repulsion between the two charge is directly proportional to the product of magnitude of two charge and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. So there is a Coulomb's repulsion, because we know that the helium is also the alpha particle is also known as a helium nuclei, and the charge on alpha particle is a positive, okay, and the charge on a nucleus, this is the nucleus, and charge on a nucleus is also positive, because the nucleus consists of a positive charge protons and chargeless neutron, okay. So effective charge on a nucleus is a positive. The alpha particle have positive charge, the nucleus also have positive charge, and therefore there is a Coulomb repulsion. And the closest distance of a approach is R is equal to capital Z into small z E square divided by 4 pi epsilon into E minimum, where capital Z is a atomic number of a target nucleus, that is atomic number of a gold. Small z is a atomic number of a alpha particle, that is atomic number of a helium. E is a charge. Here epsilon is a permittivity of free space or vacuum, and its value is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12, and E minimum is a energy of a alpha particle, minimum energy of a alpha particle. From this we can conclude that when the energy is increases, the closest distance of approach of alpha particle, when energy is increases, closest distance of approach is decreases, and vice versa. That is, when energy is a minimum, the closest distance of approach is a maximum. From this, Rutherford find the size or a radius of a nucleus, and the radius of a nucleus is about 10 raised to minus 15 meter to 10 raised to minus 14 meter, or simply we can say that the radius of a nucleus is a 10 raised to minus 15 meter or a 10 raised to minus 14 meter. We know that the radius of an atom is a 10 raised to minus 10 meter. Radius of atom is a 10 raised to minus 10 meter. And from this we can say that the nucleus is 1000 times smaller than atom. Nucleus, size of a nucleus is a 1000 times smaller than size of a atom. Now we can find the radius of a nucleus by using empirical formula, and that empirical formula is R is equal to R0 into a raised to 1 by 3, where R0 is a constant and its value is 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter. Or we can say that R0 it is equal to 1.2 Fermi meter, where 1 Fermi means 10 raised to minus 15 meter. Okay, so R0 is a 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter. If we consider one simple example, that is a chlorine. Okay, atomic number of a chlorine is 17 and a mass number is 35. That is, Z is equal to 17 and A is equal to 35. When we put this value A is equal to 35 in this equation, then we get R is equal to R0 means 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15. 10 raised to minus 15 into value of A is 35 raised to 1 by 3. When we calculate this, then we get this is 3.9 3.9523 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter. So radius of the chlorine nucleus is a 3.9523 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter. Now we have to see third nuclear property, that is nuclear density. We know that the density is mass upon volume. So density of nucleus, rho is equal to mass of a nucleus divided by volume of a nucleus. The mass of a nucleus is ZMP plus A minus Z into Mn, where Z means atomic number, that is number of protons. MP means mass of a proton. A minus Z means neutron number, and Mn means mass of a neutron. So this represent the total mass of a nucleus. If we consider the mass of a proton is approximately equal to mass of a neutron. Mass of a proton is approximately equal to mass of a neutron, then we can say that the mass of a nucleus M, it is equal to A into MP, where A means atomic mass. A is a atomic mass. So this equation can be written as rho is equal to, that is the density is equal to A MP divided by V, that is a volume of a nucleus. Nucleus is of a spherical shape, and therefore volume of a nucleus V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of a nucleus is V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, and therefore we can say that rho is equal to A into MP divided by 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now radius of a nucleus can be found by using empirical formula, that is R is equal to R0 a raised to 1 by 3, and therefore this can be written as rho is equal to A MP plus 4 by 3 pi R0. So density rho is equal to A MP divided by 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is a radius of a nucleus, which can be found by using the empirical formula, that is R is equal to R0 a raised to 1 by 3. And therefore, density rho is equal to A mp divided by 4 by 3 pi into R0 a raised to 1 by 3 its cube. So therefore, this can be also written as rho is equal to A mp divided by 4 by 3 pi R0 cube into a raised to here 1 by 3 it's a cube is a, so it became a get cancel, and therefore rho is equal to 3 mp divided by 4 pi R0 cube. Now value of mass of a proton is 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 17 kilogram. We know that it can be also represent in terms of the atomic mass unit, but in terms of the kilogram it is a 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27. So rho is equal to 3 into 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 divided by 4 into value of pi is a 1.34 and value of R0 is 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15. So 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15 its cube. Okay, and when we calculate this, so rho is equal to 3 into 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 divided by 4 into 3.14 into 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15 its cube. And when we calculate this, we get the density of a nucleus is 2.308 into 10 raised to 17 kg per meter cube. And from this, we can say that the density of a nucleus is 2.308 into 10 raised to 14 time greater than density of a water. Density of a nucleus is 2.308 into 10 raised to 14 time greater than the density of a water. So this is our third basic property of a nucleus. Now we have to see the fourth basic property, that is a nuclear charge. We know that the nucleus consists of a positive charge protons and chargeless neutron which are present in a nucleus, and therefore effective charge on a nucleus is a positive. Effective charge on a nucleus is a positive, and we can say that the nuclear charge can be denoted by Z plus Z into E, where Z represent atomic number and E represent charge, that is E is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So effective charge on a nucleus is a positive due to positive charge protons which are present in a nucleus. Now you have some assignment. First question is define atomic number and mass number. Second question, explain Rutherford experiment which is a used to determine size of a nucleus. Then third question is find the radius of a carbon atom that is a carbon C612 by using empirical formula, that is the formula is R is equal to R0 into A raised to 1 by 3. Then fourth question is a show that the density of a nucleus is 2.308 into 10 raised to 14 time greater than the density of a water. Thank you. So in this lecture, we discuss four basic property of a nucleus. First property is a nuclear composition. That is, nucleus consists of a positive charge protons, chargeless neutron, which are present in a nucleus. Then the mass of proton, mass of a neutron, then representation of a atom. Then second property is a nuclear size. Nuclear size can be determined by using Rutherford experiment. Rutherford bombarded alpha particle on gold foil, and he observed that there is a massive part which is concentrated at the center of atom, and that is the nucleus. And the size of nucleus or the radius of nucleus is about 10 raised to minus 14 meter or 10 raised to minus 15 meter. And from this we know that the size of atom or the radius of atom is about 10 raised to minus 10 meter, and therefore we can say that the uh, nucleus is a 1000 times smaller than the atom. Then we also discuss the nuclear density. Nuclear density, we know that the rho is equal to, that is the density is equal to mass upon volume, and mass of a nucleus can be found by using formula, that is a zmp plus a minus z into mn. If we consider the mass of a proton is approximately equal to the mass of a neutron, then we can represent it, mass of a nucleus is a into mp, and the volume of a nucleus is a 4 by 3 pi r cube, and r is the radius of a nucleus, which can be found by using the empirical formula, that is r is equal to r0 into a raised to 1 by 3. And when we put the value of a, that is a mass of a protons, okay, then mass of a proton, then r0 is 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter, then we get the density of a nucleus is 2.308 into 10 raised to 17 kg per meter cube. And from this we can say that the nucleus is a 2.308 into 10 raised to 14 time greater than the uh, that is the density of the nucleus is a 2.308 into 10 raised to 14 time greater than the density of a water. We also discussed the nuclear charge. Nuclear charge can be represented as plus Z into E, where Z represent the atomic number and E is a charge, and that its value is a 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. The effective charge on a nucleus is a positive, because the nucleus consists of the positive charge protons and chargeless neutron. Also we can, there is a minimum distance of a approach can be found in a Rutherford experiment, and that minimum distance of approach r is equal to z into z, capital Z into small z into e square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into e minimum, where capital Z is the atomic number of a target nucleus, small z is a atomic number of alpha particles, e minimum is the energy of a alpha particle. In the next lecture we have to see what is the atomic mass unit. Then the second basic property of a nucleus is a nuclear magnetic moment. We know that the electrons are revolving around a nucleus in a circular orbit, and therefore it have the orbital motion, and due to the orbital motion of an electron there is some magnetic moment, and that is the orbital magnetic moment. Also the electron have a spin, and the magnetic moment due to the spin motion of an electron is a spin magnetic moment. And in next lecture we have to see the nuclear magnetic moment, which is associated due to the orbital motion of electrons and a spin motion of a electron.